So, two-digit dividing. When we are two-digit dividing, what are your steps in two-digit dividing?
Finding where you start.
For that, what are your steps? I just want to know the steps. What are the steps of dividing? Two digits, three digits, one digit. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. But wait, that was one-digit division, right? One-digit division was divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. Guess what? Two-digit, it's the exact same thing. You are dividing the same number. If I had this, again, like we did before, find out where your start. Is 4 less than 3? No. Less than 31? Yeah, that's where it goes, which means I also have one of these, right? So then I backed up, and I said, okay, how many times will 4 go into 31? Again, I used my little cheat sheet, and I went 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Oh, that's too high. Back up, 28. And I look up, and it said 7. So when I divide, it goes up. Everything else goes down. When I got done with that step, I wrote something down, check, right? And then I did the next step, which was multiply. And I multiplied what I just wrote down. So I'm going to do 7 times 4, what I've been dividing and multiplying all day. So 7 times 4 is 28. I put it down. Great. Now I subtract what I just wrote down. I subtracted. I got an answer. I check this. Is this less than that? Yep, check. Bring down. Okay, got a number to bring down. And now what do? I brought down, so I start all over. And I divide. I divide what I just wrote down. 35 divided by what? 4. It's what I've been dividing the whole problem. 4. So now I do 4 into 35, and again I go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Oh, 36 is too high. Let me back up to that 32, and I look up, and it was 8. I just wrote down, I just divided, and I got 8. Now I'm going to multiply what I just wrote down. 8 times what? 4. The same thing I've been multiplying and dividing the whole problem. 8 times 4 was 32. I multiplied, got my answer, check. I subtracted, check, and got 3. I checked this, yep, it's less than there, check. And then bring down, there's nothing to bring down, which makes this my remainder 3, okay? This is what we did all last week. This is all we've been doing. Guys, your steps do not change. If this was 34, I would still divide 34 into the number. I would still find my answer. I would multiply that. And again, I would multiply 34 times whatever number I had. I would subtract that number. I would check it. I would bring down. And then I would start again and divide 34 into that number and so on. Your steps don't change. I had some yesterday in both classes that they would divide, and they would say, I don't know what to do next. And I said, well, what did you just do? I divided. So what should you do next? Bring down? Guys, your steps are not changing. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. The only difference when it comes to two-digit dividing is an extra little bit. When you have to multiply, you have to come over here to the side and do a smaller problem off to the side, like 34 times 7, because I can't do 34 times 7 in my head, okay? When it was one digit, you could, because you know your multiplication facts. Two digit, you have to go up to the side. The other thing you have to do after you figure out where you start is 34 less than 2. 22? 225? Okay, so I'm going to start here, just like we've been doing, and then I go back and I'm doing this. Now, how many of you know your 34 multiplication facts all the way up to 225? Nobody. How many of you have a cheat sheet that has 34 on there that you could just go straight across till you get to 225? Of course not. So this is too big of a problem. So the one other thing that we have to do before we even start is do what with this? Round it. So in my head, I'm going to round this to what? 40. To how much?
30.
30, because right, I look to the right, greater than, less than, or equal to 5. Less, so that becomes, okay, so that's a little less, right? We'll change one thing just to make it a little easier. All right, so in my head, I'm going to round that to 30. But do you know your multiplication facts up to 30? No. But you do know up to 3, right? So in my head and in my head only, I'm going to try to find a number that 3 will divide into 235. So if I go to my cheat sheet, will it go up to 235? 3, 6, 9. Am I going to keep going until I get to 235? No. Too big of a number. So what should I do? Slide your revealer over a little more. Can I do 3 into 23? Yeah. If I do 3 into 23, it goes 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Uh-oh, 24 is too high. Back up, right? So how many times will 3 go into 23? 7 times. Do I put my 7 here? No. Why not?
You put it underneath your arrow.
You put the arrow to telling you what, hey, put it right here. Right there, dude. Put it there. So you put that there. This is the number one thing most people are making their mistakes with. They just divided, right? Check. I divided 3 into 23, or actually I did 34 into 235. And I said it goes 7 times. And I know I just divided because I put it up. So now I multiply. And this is where people keep making the mistake. What am I multiplying? What I just wrote down. 7 times 3. And I have so many people still going, 7 times 3 is 21. Am I dividing it by 3? Oh, I had some people say, no, it's 30 because I rounded it. So it should be 210. Am I dividing it by 30?
No.
Then I'm not multiplying it by 30. I'm dividing by 34. So I would multiply it by 34, just like we did before. So it's 34 times 7. How many of you can do it in your head? Nobody, right. So what do you have to do?
Add it inside.
Come over here to the side. 34 times 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 3 is 21, 22, 23. I'm going to change a few things here for us just because. Seven times 3 is 21, 23. 238. Can I subtract this? So 238, subtract, and I get 1. I just subtracted, right? Is this less than that? Yeah, check. Bring down. Do I have a number to bring down? Yep, I got a 3. So I brought down, start all over. I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide what I just wrote down. 13 divided by what?
3.
3, right? Because I'm dividing it by 3, so I'm going to make it 3 here.
No, 34.
Oh, it's 34. Now my question is, how many times will 34 go into 13? 0 times, so 0, and then 0 times 34 is 0, and then I subtract and I get 13. I check it, yep, less, bring down, nothing to bring down, there's your remainder. Okay? So far, so good. Everybody kind of with me? I'm going to give you one more. Yes, sir. Okay, one more. And then I'm going to start doing more practice, and we'll just do practice after practice after practice. Let's try another one. Okay, 1,493 divided by 41. What do I got to do first?
Then Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers?
What do I do first when I'm doing this? See where I start, which means get your revealer. And again, please don't use your eraser as your revealer, because as soon as you pick it up, you've messed everything up and you're going to get lost again. Use a little sheet of paper, a sticky note. Don't try to use a big old book or something else like that. Just a little piece of paper is fine. Your revealer, you slide it. Is 41 less than 1?
No.
Is it less than 14?
No.
Is it less than 149?
No.
So there we go. I'm starting there, which means there I slide back. Do you know your 41's up to 149? No. So in my head, what am I rounding this to?
40.
40. And in my head, what number am I going to use to make this easier?
4.
4. So do I know my 4 is up to 149?
No.
Do I know my 4 is up to 14?
Yes.
How many times will 4 go into 14? Again, I look at my cheat sheet. 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, 16 is too high. I back up. I go up, and my answer is 3. So I put the 3 up here. I just divided. What's next? Multiply what I just wrote down. So 3 times what? 3 times 4 is 12.
No.
Right?
41.
No, I'm not dividing it by 4. I'm dividing by 41. So 3 times 41 is 123. Can I subtract 123 here?
Yes.
123, subtract. 9 minus 3 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. Yay! I just subtracted. So now I got to check it, right? Is this less than that? Check. Bring down. Do I have anything to bring down? Yeah, the 3. All right, so I just brought down, which means start over. And what am I dividing? 263 divided by what? 41, just like I've been doing the whole problem. 41. So, wait, I don't know my 41's up to 263. This is where most of you do the first steps fine. But then once you have to start all over, this is where a lot of you are going, I don't know what to do. I'm dividing, just like you did up here when I did 41 into 149, and we rounded and we did all those steps. I'm doing the same thing down here. Now I'm doing 41 into 263. Do you know your 41's into 263?
No.
But you do know your 4's into 263?
No.
4's into 26?
Yes.
How many times will 4 go into 26? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Oh, that's too high. How many times? 6. I just wrote down a number. I just divided 4 into 26 is 6. Now what?
Multiply 41 times 6.
Multiply 6 that I just wrote down. 6 times 41. So 41 times 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24. 246. Can I subtract that now? 246. That's a multiplied. Subtract this. 13 minus 6 is 7. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. Is this number less than this number?
Yes.
Check. Bring down. Nothing to bring down. Therefore, it's 17 is the remainder. Any questions? Awesome.